Coach has talked about using you more at the 4 this year. You played a little 5 the other day too. How are you adjusting to the change of position? Is it a lot different for you at all?
Nah, it's easier. Showing's pretty easy. Stepping up to the coverages, really just the plays. Learning the plays was really hard from the 4 to the 5 to the 3 or whatever. So it's fun though.
Just the way the game's sort of changing, where everybody plays pretty much the same position, help you?
Yeah, I don't think in this day and age there is really no numbers when you play small. Everybody's just out there. The 5s could be the 2s or the 3s, or the 4s could be the 2s or the 1s nowadays. The game's evolving and it's nice.
That would sort of suit your skills very well, to be able to switch everything, guard everybody, doesn't matter where you are on the floor.
I hope so.
Well, do you feel that way?
Definitely. Like I said, I got some work on the defensive end with not allowing middle and holding them bigger guys, from getting the ball in the post, and when they do, really taking them to their weaknesses instead of their strengths. So,
what do you feel is your biggest advantage when you're going up against bigger players, either offensively or defensively?
I'm faster. And my J-ball is looking good this year for me. So, if I can open that up, they're going to really have to come out and guard me. That's going to be bad news.
Did you work a lot on your jumper in the summer?
That's all I worked on,
Yeah.
Me and Jamma, we went hard this year. So, hopefully I'll be able to, show that and the work pays off from the summertime to the wintertime.
You talked about being bigger and faster than other bigger guys that you're playing against. How much do you look for that advantage within the offense, or how much does the offense allow you to do that?
It's easier when you set better screens. The better screens you set, the more space you get, and it has guys coming out at you because that's the defensive rotations or whatnot. But big and athletic is always going to beat small and athletic, and big and athletic is always going to beat big and stiff.
What's the skill to setting a good screen?
I haven't learned it yet. I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay, what do they tell you it is? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they want us to get there fast, run into it. It's different angles, step up, side screens, everything's different angles to make the defensive guy have to stay longer, or the guard has to get over instead of going under. And, I'm still learning.
It's a lot more than just standing there and letting a guy run into you, what people might think.
That's how you get all them offensive fouls, the guard going before the big gets there and it gets set. And that call's getting called a lot this year.
You only got a couple exhibition games left. Cleveland tomorrow, defending Eastern Conference champ. I know it's exhibition, but how much do you kind of look at that and say, well, let's see where we are compared to where they are in the preseason?
Preseason is hard to compare. Everybody's still getting their last guys out there and not playing their big guys, the big minute guys or whatever a lot. And they're just really working on plays. When the real season comes down to it and the game's on the line, who's going to get the ball.
A number of changes in the roster this year, most of them in the second unit. Do you notice a big difference in the style of play, the way that unit approaches the game when you're out there?
For our second unit?
Your second.
You got Pat back in our second unit. Bismack, he's a strong rebounder, athletic guy. And then you know about T. Ross and Bruno and Corey Joseph. He runs the show really well. Got a lot of stuff to his game that you might not have been able to see when he was with the Spurs, but now that he's with us, he's really opening it up and getting into his bag.
How tough is it to learn, the new second unit, the chemistry, tendencies, what guys like to do, where they like the ball, things like that? How tough is that? After
the first few weeks, you pretty get to know everybody else and know what they can do. I know with the first unit guys, you never know who you're going to get scrambled in with, but that's what all that training camp's for, and that's what all these preseason games is for.
So when the second unit's thrown out there, even though it might not be a combination you're used to, how much of a problem is it, or is it a problem playing with guys in that way?
First few practices it was tough, but after we got a couple of games on our belts, we pretty much know what everybody can do. Who you're driving and kicking it out to, and who you're driving and dumping it down to, and things like that. So I think we're pretty comfortable with each other right now.
Is that on the floor, or are you learning that through video mostly?
Floor and video. You can never stop learning, but off the floor is good.